Shit. What up, y'all? Welcome to another fantastic, fun, and just plain out ignorant episode of Watch Them Thrones. What's good?
Everything.
What's up, bro?
You know how we do.
Oh man, it's been a nice little week, you know.
Has it?
We finally here on Sunday. You know, we had a good episode last week. A lot of laughs all through the weekend, and we back here ready to do it all again.
Oh yeah.
Straight like that.
Facts on facts.
So Lester, you missed a good one last week though.
I know, man. I watched it after the fact. I was hollering.
Like we was all dressed up, you know. Queen Mother had her makeup on, and that was the best part about it, was she covered her face. Yeah, I want to smoke early.
Oh, okay.
Early.
This is what we doing.
All right.
I got your back, Queen Mother, tonight.
Why you woke me up into that foolishness?
You know what I'm saying? Queen Mother did her thing though.
He's gonna use anybody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We they in the comments. We got Matt Samar, hola muchachos, ready for some nigga shit. Always.
We want to wish him happy birthday. His birthday was yesterday, I believe.
Oh, happy
wish you
birthday.
birthday,
Happy birthday. We posted in the group.
Happy birthday, nigga.
I don't really fuck with him because he love Batman. And you know how I feel about it.
Oh Lord.
What's up, y'all?
Yeah, I love Batman too.
For real, Yamil. That's the recap for last week, dog.
Hey, my boy said Liz Cersei had them things stinging.
Man.
So, Cersei.
Yes.
I sent you something a few minutes ago.
Oh Jesus. Okay.
TK, she got the
message.
knife tonight, man.
Oh, that shit don't go nowhere. It's always about.
That is. She keep it handy. Got that
Hey,
thing.
you know, them
Okay.
old women always keep a blade on them.
Arm's reach.
You know.
Okay. I even got a petite one that you don't even see coming.
Uh-oh.
Golly.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Queen
Like a potato.
Mother. There's Leslie. You know he get all bothered when Queen Mother starts showing her cutlery. Okay, Queen.
That takes
She
it to
said-
another level, doesn't it?
Oh
She
yeah.
said she got that thing on her, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
hell.
you know, it's a little different from the, you know, the slingshot and shit she grew up with that she borrowed from David. You know, back
Well, you
in
know,
the day.
they've had knives since the Bronze Age when they could, manipulate metal. So,
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
I owe Jesus a quarter from kindergarten, it's
Me-
all right.
I know. I heard they didn't tip you when you was the waitress at the Last Supper, so I know you probably still pissed off about that.
Well, it was that damn cheap ass Judas. He had 30 pieces of silver, and that motherfucker wasn't trying to come up off of none of it. So he got what he got.
Oh my
He
God.
wasn't breaking no bread. So
Uh-uh.
she said
He ain't had no act right.
she might know how he got.
So
I ain't
I'll
mad
never
at it.
tell.
enough about the stories of Methuselah. Let's get into this week. Like like I said,
know. I don't even know why you keep saying Methuselah because you can't count that high no way. So I don't even know what it is.
I know.
Queen Mother does know what 969.
Celestial, what did you say before we got on the before we got on?
I don't even remember.
I think you said the night is dark and full of niggas.
The night is dark and full of niggas. We done started the show.
Listen, I know I can count very high. I know if I was filling out an application for you when it got to age, I wouldn't even put a number. I just put as fuck. Old as fuck. Now,
enough.
We'll finish it later.
Season 5, episode
I'm just
4.
meddling.
You know we gotta get into it. So we're gonna start this thing off with the post of the week. And post of the week goes out to Bree Creech. Listen, dog. This whole time we was talking about Leslie looking like, being Tyrion. And when she dropped this in the group, dog, I lost it.
Screamed. I screamed.
That was poetic justice. Like
they even got the same mouth position.
Yep. Whitney came back and got her revenge.
She definitely caught him. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, he just popped up here all light skinned. What's up, boy? You can't be doing that shit. Boy, you scared the shit out of me.
Eating Skittles and shit.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen though, when I saw it, y'all know what she did to him. Y'all know what she did to him, right?
We missed it last week. What's that?
What she do to him, Carl?
Huh?
Oh,
boy. She hit him.
She did cook him. She took them. But yeah, man, we gonna show Whitney some love, man. Whitney got him.
You know what's funny about that post though, CJ?
What's that?
So in the comments, her boyfriend was in the comments, and my boy threw it to the wolves. He was like, "Hey, listen, I ain't got nothing to do with that." In case you roll right out on him.
That's cold, That's cold, man. Got to protect her, man. Come on now. Come on, dog.
That was the best.
That nigga pulled a Llanos. Protect your motherfucking self.
So listen.
Oh my God.
Before we before we get into this season's episode, last week was Halloween. We all got dressed up. You saw Leslie was Tyrion. Then we had, I've been called a lot of things. Leslie called me Black Santa. Nigga said I look like somebody said Papa Smurf. Of course, CJ was a pimp. Little Cersei was Little Red Riding the Wood. And we had Papa Shango.
Oh. That is not what
we also
I keep everything close by, so I still got this fucking voodoo doll.
There you go.
Oh God.
We also had
Carlton, we can't hear you.
What is that?
No, no.
Oh, Carlton, you're on mute. He said he drinking his water. He handling some business.
Well, we had some group members. They got dressed. We had Jamila. Hey. She came as she said her costume was Beetlejuicy. Beetlejuicy.
That's cute.
She was
out and everything.
That's how thick she was. Yeah. We had who else did we have? We had
Emily.
We also had Elfrida Macmillan. She was a Ulysses
Like
butterfly. That's pretty dope.
I like that.
And we had Emily Scholes. She was a Virginia.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
Okay.
You killed it, Emily. You killed it.
That's what's up.
She even made her own dark sister.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
That's nice.
It's a lot better than that straight razor queen mother be told, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, you know, I got the giant size and I got the small size that fits just you.
All right now, Emily.
Yeah, you know, shout out to all y'all for dressing up, joining us. You know, we had a good time last week, and I'm glad y'all participated. Now, let's get into some nigga shit. So, season 5, episode 4, Sons of the Harpy. And we start right where we left off.
He got that nigga thrown over his shoulder.
Hey, bro. Listen, when he threw him into the boat.
That's true.
Tyrion. Poor Tyrion.
He gonna have a head injury.
Like that.
Look at his little feet.
Callie bigger than that.
I would have been like, y'all
real dead ass.
Well, I ain't doing it.
Dead ass.
Not double. I ain't doing that. Y'all ain't gonna.
Man, oh God.
They use the
y'all
doll.
not gonna just throw me in this boat like this. You're not gonna throw me in this boat like this. Put some respect on my fucking name.
Oh my God.
That nigga hit the boat.
Yeah.
And he bounced.
Plus, Jordan had
Andy
a
said-
of energy from not getting them from Danny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that free zone strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
We
takes
had
strong
Colin
fucking
Firth
live
out.
up in there, so he's strong as fuck.
He got through like a sack of laundry, like some potatoes, like dog. That shit was fucking hilarious.
It was.
All right, Candace. That's
But so we leave that because nothing much happened there, and we get to Jaime and Sir Bronn, and they on a narrow sea, and Jaime sees this island. I forget which island he asked him, you know, what the island was, and the guy was like, nah, that's shit.
Tar.
Where's Brienne?
Tar.
That's Tar.
Yeah.
And that nigga got moist as fuck instantly.
His whole demeanor changed.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was hilarious too.
So
But-
you saying
That
Jaime
nigga
hide
good
the real?
hand stiffened up. That nigga good hand stiffened up.
Hey, he was like this.
Oh shit.
Where's my tequila?
Strong as fuck. Got that.
I'm gonna have to put some tequila in my tea tonight.
Oh. Queen Mother, that's the second week in a row you drinking.
Oh, that's all right.
Appreciate the both. These niggas wilding in
So-
the comments.
So what was I'm gonna start with you, Celestial.
I got you.
Since you ain't been here, you know, run us through this conversation between these two.
All right, so boom. Ron look over at Jaime and he like, nigga, you a Lannister. Why is we on this regular ass boat? Like, what? So Jaime like, nigga, we gotta sneak up on these motherfuckers. Like, we gotta run up and they gotta get done up. So Ron like, bitch, them doing this motherfuckers crazy. Like, they fighting fucking fight. Like, what is
Like
you
that.
You got one hand, my nigga. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be doing most of the fighting. Like, and then we ain't gonna have time for the fucking part because we gonna have to get off the island because we got to run and go get this little bitch. Jaime like, but she ain't just no little bitch though. She my niece. Bronn like, your niece.
Your niece.
Really?
Really? That's what we going with. So He's like, well, listen, you talking about they like to fight and fucking fight. That's like what you be on. So what is the problem? He's like, listen. All right, we're gonna keep this shit low key. We're gonna run up. We're gonna answer these questions. You know, they sketchy as hell over there. So he like, but on the real though, why you gotta go get this motherfucker? Jamie like, cause that's my people's. Like I told Cersei I was gonna bring her back. He's like, no. You could have sent 1,000 of me over there. Why you going? So he's like, it has to be me. So he like, you said Tyrion free, didn't you, nigga? Now you got to make it up to your bitch. So, like, nah, that damn bird said I'm free. I ain't had nothing to do with that shit. And when I see that little nigga, it's on sight because he killed my daddy. Bro, I'm like, when you that damn verse. Like when you catch up with him, holla at him for me. And Jamie's like, I ain't got no words for that nigga. I'm gonna kill him when I catch him. And that was it.
That was cold, man.
Yep.
That has been hood breakdowns.
So boom. You already know what's coming when we get that so boom.
Yep.
That shit was accurate though, man. That nigga, bro, when he said knees though, dog.
Right. I mean, he looked at him like, really, nigga?
Man.
Really?
Like dog, that's what we doing. Like you all the way over here for your niece. That's what we doing.
Like it's like he wants to say, hey, bro, everybody know that's your baby, bro. Come on now.
Bro.
Like,
Bronn really was just on some don't bullshit a bullshitter, man. Like don't bullshit a bullshitter, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's Bronn was like, it's me, dog. It's me.
And he gave him more than one chance to go on and say it. He was like, I ain't gonna say it, but you need to say it, nigga. You know what it is. Like
how wild is that about the Lannisters though, dog? Like, I mean, even in the midst of like y'all might be going to your death or whatever. This motherfucker finna take the lie to the like. He taking the lie with him, dog. What they say on the wire, we fight on their lie, fight on their lie. That nigga Jamie ready to down that lie. So
take it to the grave.
Hey, he stood on that motherfucker though. And I'm gonna tell you what tripped me out. My boy said they was talking about how you want to die and shit. You know, and that might be a little later.
Yeah, it is later. That was
okay. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. So we leave from that scene, and we find Cersei and them. They are in a small council, and the Iron Bank call like, "Say, bro, we want our motherfucking money. Now you ain't gotta have all of it, but I need 10%. Pay me like your tithes, nigga.
Right now.
Gotta put something on it.
Bring your tithes into the storehouse.
Said they gotta put something on it to keep these lights on, dog.
God.
They been bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
And Mace Tyrell corny ass. Mace so fucking
walk us through that,
you know,
dog.
he is Mace.
He's just so damn
Mace Tyrell
corny.
is
Get on my
the
nerve.
line leader of Westeros,
Facts.
and as the master of coin, and even looking at that picture, the small council is getting smaller and smaller. So Cersei, and this is the fucked up part. So Cersei is doing some Tywin level shit in this episode. So this is where she starts. So the Iron Bank calls for 10%. Mace Tyrell says, all I got to do is, you can borrow it from us and then pay us back, slowly as you need. And she says, oh, we borrowed too much from you already. What we need to do is we need to send an emissary of great importance. So, Sir Mace, since you are the master of coin, you will be going to Bravos to the Iron Bank to entreat with them. And then she says, you will be escorted by Sir Meryn Trant. Well, we all know the fuck Meryn Trant. If she is finding Meryn Trant, who is supposed to be the head of the King's Guard, Mace Tyrell ain't coming back. Okay, so she's starting to separate out the Tyrells. So it's a 3-pronged approach. And this is the first prong. And so she's like, I don't wish to hold you, Sir Mace. And he's like, Your Majesty. And he runs out the room because, of course, as the line leader, he's gonna be on the boat being like, well, I'm from Westeros, and he gets all puffed up and shit. So that's that part.
He swear he was going to do some important shit. I'm saying hello to the Titan for you.
You was kind, you was smart, you was important, and he just be eating that shit.
It's like, it's like Eric said,
so stupid.
That nigga Pascal said, "Damn, the motherfucking room getting small, ain't it? Small council getting smaller." She said, "Not smaller enough."
That nigga Pascal looking like. Ain't nobody else in here but my old ass.
But you really see Cersei, making her chess moves at this point. Deciding that she trying to be the loudest voice in the room again, and in order to do that, she getting everybody else with any voice out of the room.
She thinks she on some Tywin shit. You know what I'm saying? But she really. That motherfucker dumb as a fucking doorknob. She is outsmarting her fucking self.
She's not trying to be the loudest voice. She's trying to be the only voice.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's real. She definitely trying to be the only voice.
But that's the problem, though, dog. She, like you said, Larry, this bitch thinks she's smart as fuck, and we see her.
She thinks she cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like we see her fuck up in the next goddamn scene.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Now this she really fucked up.
Right.
You want to do that part?
We see her show up to go talk to the High Sparrow and whatnot. This nigga barefoot nasty and shit. Dinges all fucked. And she going oh my God, boy. Smell like a trailer park.
That boy got some holy odor.
He smells like a mess lab.
Said it smelled like Aqua Boogie in that motherfucker.
So CJ, walk us through that one.
So pretty much in this scene, after the next scene, Cersei is again trying to align her power, and she's decided that she's gonna align herself with the High Sparrow, and in doing so, she's now gonna militarize the church. In the sense, give them an army again, and in giving them an army, she now is able to carry out laws and orders and things that she wants to do without having her hands actually on the situation. But what she doesn't understand, what she seems to be lacking as far as comprehension is concerned, is the fact that by actually putting the High Sparrow in a real position of power, he's essentially she's essentially setting herself up and really everybody up for failure, because right after she puts them in power, they start fucking shit up around town.
Fucking shit up, you hear me?
Oh yeah, like we leave that scene, and
Wait, we leave that scene. It was one part where he told her what he was gonna do in the low-key way when she started to plant the seeds about Loras, and she was like, "That's why I choose you. We need a third party to carry out justice." And he looked at her and he was like, "Oh, everybody can get it." Like,
yeah, ain't nobody above it.
But the thing that
she plotting on everybody though.
She thinks she's exempt.
That's what her dumb ass, she outsmarted her damn self.
Little did she know. This is the most little did she know moment probably in the whole damn series.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and she really don't know who she fucking with, and had she done the research her fucking self, like her brother, you know, somebody like Tyrion has done, she would know the fucking she would fucking know like what these niggas really mean. Like we hadn't seen or Westeros, Kingsland, and they hadn't seen the Faith militant in like over 100-something years, 200-something years since King Maegor. And a lot of motherfuckers think Ares, the Mad King, was the most cruel motherfucker to you know, grace the presence, but King Maegor was the son of Aegon, and that was like he was called Maegor the Cruel for a reason. And he was the nigga that ended up putting the Faith militant down, and he did that literally by dragonfire. He had these niggas locked in the sept, and he pulled up on Valerian and lit them niggas up, but it was because he was basically trying to emulate the shit from his father, from Aegon. He was trying to take more than one wife. The Faith had basically already ruled that after Aegon, an abomination. You weren't supposed to do that. They didn't give a fuck if you was Targaryen or not. So, goddamn, why I got that grayscale?
He got that little tinge in the background.
Got that little crack on it.
When you talk, it got that little crackle.
So,
Oh,
so these niggas go to war for like, I forgot how long the fucking shit take, but this nigga ended up really just putting them down by burning them the fuck up, and that's the last we see of these motherfuckers until this. So like, if it took a nigga like that to get rid of these motherfuckers to begin with, like, come on, Cersei. But her dumb ass thinking she 1 step ahead, she 3 steps behind.
So according to the audience, it sounds to me like you need my truck driver headset / microphone.
I need that truck driver. I ain't putting that shit on my head. Fuck y'all.
He needs that single mama. Costing a job at home.
But I think Carlton, you raised a like really good point in basically sharing the background of what happened the first time.
Yeah, the whole point of that
religion
was
militarized. Yeah, and I think that's what she underestimates is that, you know, Cersei believes that she's in a position where, you know, people will still answer to her or still have allegiance to her when even when they have been empowered to control whatever it is that they have the power to control. The reality is though, like, their allegiance in their mind is to God or to whatever, you know, higher power their fanaticism is attached to. And that's where she is getting it wrong, because once they have the power in their hands, who is there to control them? Right. Like, if I don't tell them, you know, this is what we doing next, who's going to control them?
God.
Here's another way I think that Cersei is overplaying her hand. She's always had a strong male who was leading her, right? She had Robert Baratheon, and then she had her father after Robert. This is the first time in her life that she's had no strong male, no strong lead to kind of, and some people need that, and she's one of them.
Yeah, but she may need it, but she never wanted it though.
She never wanted it, like, but
she didn't want that shit. She could have had Uncle Kevin there with her or whomever else. But, you know, she don't want that shit. She want to be, like you said,
Kevin ass said, I'm
only
out.
Got that divorce.
Yeah.
But you know,
nigga, I be a Castle Rock, nigga.
It seems, I mean, like, and I guess you could see that pushback when she was talking to the Lannister, that she was trying to make the head of the head of the small council for the war or whatever. And he pushed right.
Uncle Kevin.
Yeah, so when Kevin pushed back against her initially, and so you saw that then, but it doesn't seem like she feels vulnerable. At least it does seem like she feels vulnerable from the standpoint of,
like she 1 step ahead.
Yeah, it seems like she's like, okay, I'm about to you know, make this power play right now, and I'm in a position where I can be the shot caller, even if I'm not directly, even if I gotta go through my son to make those things. I'm doing it through him, but I can still be the shot caller, and I'm not vulnerable at this point. Is what it seems like she's behaving like at this point.
Tear your ass up in these comments.
Y'all gonna listen to this crackle and pop tonight.
Y'all gonna hear this shit tonight. That took me out.
Y'all gonna listen to this shit.
Well, they done called it nigga Optimus Prime.
They said my boy Samuel Witwicky.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
So we after you know after as CJ said earlier, after Siri militarized the thing, the boys hit the streets with the ground running. Hit the ground running. Boy, they ran up at Littlefinger spot.
First, they mutilated themselves.
Yeah, well, and that was mixed in, between the beatdowns. You saw Lancel getting the star and shit.
Getting his star of
Lancel.
Getting his star of victory.
Forever. So you saw Lancel get tatted up, but they snatching out whores, they snatching out tricks. They went into the last room and told old boy they was an abomination because men on men.
Boy, fuckers.
Oliver got out of there.
Little Oliver was standing back clutching his pearls, poor thing.
He was like, out now. I ain't getting caught up.
That's all he could do.
He said, let me calm my beard real quick.
Hey, my boy said, this is Lord Peter Baelish's step. And that was it.
That boy, that quick elbow, bitch, get your ass back. Bitch.
Oh shit.
So what did they do to them dudes that they found up in Littlefinger's? They killed them?
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure they killed them.
They did.
All right. So I didn't know if they just killed them or maimed them.
They smacked the hoes and killed the man.
Damn.
Yeah.
Smack the hole.
Golly.
Hey, I know CJ was having flashbacks. Hit that bitch again.
No, I am a non-violent pimp.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If I can't do it with words.
That bitch came up short 3 weeks in a row.
He kills with kindness.
Dang.
That's right. I am a non-violent pimp.
What is he? He's pro hono. Remember?
Oh God.
Oh shit. So like you said earlier, Queen Mother, she's taking down the Tyrells, right? She sent Mace up out of there. Now she got what's his name?
Loras. She got
Loras hemmed up. And
you was gonna call that nigga Leslie?
Nah, I was about to say Lancel. I don't know why, but he had Loras hemmed up, and that leads us to the next scene. Celestial.
Well, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay, Celestial, you go, and then I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. So
no,
Celestial, go first, please. No. You go first. Okay. You go first.
All right. So Marjorie busts up in the room. Tommen just trying to get his lunch on. You know what I'm saying? He in there eating, and she busting that bitch, and he like, bitch, what's wrong with you? So she talking about, why is my brother locked up? And he talking about, shit, I don't know. I was just in here trying to enjoy my cheese and shit. Like, what the fuck? So she's like, it was your trifling ass mama. But he like, I thought y'all was cool though. Like, you think my mama had something to do with this? She talking about, I've been throwing it back a whole lot, and that shit can stop anytime. If you still want this wap, you better go down there and see the fuck popping with my brother. And he was like, listen, you my boo. Say less. I got you. So that's how that played out.
Oh my God.
She said that's throwing it back and stop at any time. God, lead out.
Anytime.
She said, I'm gonna hit you where it hurts.
Not the Westeros more Goodsey boycotts. Golly.
Yeah. So
Like they had that boy Tommen marching for it.
And so in going with that, my interpretation is a little different, but still on point. It goes along with what you're saying. So at this point, and if you get the movie reference, you get the movie reference. If you don't, then you just don't.
Is this one of them black and white movies?
No, it's a movie that you will know. So this is a point where Tommen becomes a part of the game, the main part of the game called Pass the Pussy, because he's going from place to place to place. Okay. And you know, yeah. So again, if you get that movie reference, you get that movie reference. If you know,
I'm with you.
So he you know, he tries to go talk to his mama. He tries to go to the High Sparrow, and then he comes back to Marjorie. So everybody's just passing him around from place to place. Just pass the pussy, pass the pussy. Yeah. So if you know, you know. There you go. Tell him about it, Ray Ray.
We got to talk about how Cersei tried to play him now. Well, she did play him.
Yeah, she did. So she said, "Did I do it? I'm not part of the faith militant. How could I have said anything? They did that. You need to go see the High Septum." So that's how he was going from place to place to place. And it was, you know, Marjorie said, "Go get my brother because your mama did it." He went to his mama. "I didn't do anything. You need to go see the High Septum." Well, the High Septum is praying, so you got to go wait at the castle. And he, you know, his boys was like, "Do we need to run up in here?" He was like, "With violence?" Yeah.
They should have gave a word.
So my boy walk up, and they don't give two fucks about the king, the king's guard, none of that shit. My boy was like, hey, look here. The High Sparrow is praying he don't feel like fucking with y'all, so you gonna have to come back. And dude was like, "Shit, we could turn this motherfucker sideways if you want to. Just get away." And Tommy weak ass was like,
"I was ready."
Here, was like,
"You want to do that here?"
Man, them people were talking about Tommy so bad out there, man. He like, "Shit, I got enemies in the front and the back." You know what I'm saying? Like, he like, "Shit, it ain't no winning out here, dog."
Hey, when you heard somebody yell out, my boy said, "Let me get the fuck out of here."
Right.
Get on up out of here.
You remember they tried to snatch Joffrey ass up that time?
Well, let me take
somebody say
he like the block still hot, dog. Like it's Lannisters follow like flies around this motherfucker. Like, I don't know, dog. You know, but you know what?
Tommen was probably protected from all of that. All he knows is them yelling for Marjorie. Mm-hmm. And now all of a sudden he's getting all the heat because he's in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Well, shit, he be yelling for Marjorie too, like So
they goddamn Cersei. This episode reminded me that they goddamn Cersei never experienced a tragedy that she didn't earn or deserve.
That's true.
Hey, Eric Johnson in the comments made a legit point. He said this is the one time they actually needed Joffrey. That little shit would have bathed that sept in blood. He ain't lying.
Yeah. Everybody would have got bathed.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You get bathed. You get bathed. You get bathed.
Wait, so let me take it back to Marjorie when he finally circles all the way back around and get back to Marjorie. He walk in the house and he like, bang. Shit was about to pop off. I wasn't able to get Loris out because they was deep. I ain't want no bloodshed. And she was like, "I thought you had balls, but I guess I was wrong."
I'm talking about, man. Ain't that some shit? All that sweet shit was sweet until it wasn't it?
Right.
She started calling that nigga all kinds of shit when that cute shit wasn't cute no more.
He was like, "But I got you. All I gotta do is chop it up with the High
So
Sparrow."
basically, I married a bitch ass nigga.
I'm talking about, man.
That time and when
exactly.
Right.
Hey,
bitch ass nigga.
Dog, she looked at that man and said, "Me and my pussy is going to see my family."
Right?
Good luck.
She's gonna be dry tonight. I gotta go talk to my grandmama.
And
he's over there hurt.
Oh shit!
But my balls is blue, baby.
Speaking of not fucking, we find ourselves back in the north.
Oh god.
God damn.
We got Stannis, two pump Shakir talking to
Selyse.
What's her name?
Selyse.
She ugly for I can't never remember her name.
Oh god.
Yeah.
So
he talking to her while they looking at Jon Snow, and she automatically starts on some bullshit. She like, "Hey, sorry I couldn't give you no son because I ain't worth a damn." You know, my first time seeing that scene,
and her test tube babies that are sitting on her dresser at home. I'm like,
I'm saying though, like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Like, how you watching grown niggas spar and you just immediately go to, you know, my eggs ain't right. Like, well, how you even get that?
He always wanted a son. She knew
he's fucked up in the head.
He always wanted a son, and every time she tried to give him one, it just didn't work. They wound up test tube babies on her dresser.
She lives in her own world and her own mind. She's never present. The only time she's present is when the Red Witch is Melisandre's around. That's the only time she's present. Other than that, she's in her own fantasy.
And you know, I mean, she definitely, obviously. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say like that she's. Oh shit! All right, you go. I'm finna mute.
Shit.
No, you go. I'm finna mute because we got a delay.
All right. So the only time Selyse is happy is when there's a damn barbecue. When the red woman is frying somebody at the stake. That's the only time you see this like crazy look in her eyes. She's so happy. She's like, "Oh my God, I see the Lord of Light." And bitch, you better.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I think she clearly feels like inadequate and shit. Like, why the house phone always ringing for real though? Now, like, seriously, like, I mean, nobody got shit to talk about at 10:00 at night. Now, like, seriously, like, it's a running theme at this point.
Plenty you can talk about it.
It's wild.
But I was gonna say she clearly feels inadequate in a lot of ways, and it kind of underscores a theme that sometimes we see throughout the series, where, you know, if a woman can't give a man or someone highborn a son, you know, that's like a, you know, one of the running issues in the
bad mark.
Right. Like if we refer back to House of the Dragon, even. But when I see this, I just think that she's continuously and constantly measuring herself against the red woman, and so like everything she's saying is to try to gain the type of favor that she sees him giving her at all times.
Yeah, and that comparison is like, yeah, it's a wonderful comparison because I mean it's like comparing onions to hot chocolate. Yeah, that shit just ain't got nothing in common.
It do hit different.
Onions. So we had a red woman. She shows up, and they talking about Shireen, and the red woman pretty much said, "Hey, that's Stannis' daughter, bitch. She got king's blood in her." And Emily, I can't find a comment, but she made a comment. Oh, She said that this is the scene where it was clear what her and Melisandre had in mind for baby girl. They knew they was gonna put her ass to the flame. Then,
Yep.
And
you think they both knew?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think the red woman knew, and the wife just stupid as fuck. She gonna do whatever she told. That's how I look at it.
And she don't like her own daughter no way. So
right, she can't stand
prayer
it.
for her.
Like I don't know who hate their kids more, that bitch or Brian McKnight.
Oh. It's close.
It's a toss up. Definitely a toss up.
God damn it.
That's a toss up. That's like 49 to 51.
Woo.
Mm-hmm.
Start back at one.
And let's be clear, the first set of kids, not the
Oh yeah, the
not the
ones.
current set.
So
yeah.
yeah. Of course. So we go to the next scene. Like I said, they talking and whatnot. Hey, Stannis tried to run that rap on her. He told her, he said, hey, look here, I need you. And she was like, oh, nigga, all you need is faith, bro. Because you damn sure don't need this hot box again. And then Stannis was like, so what you need, my lady? And she basically like, I need for you to get the fuck out my face. For one. But you just need to let me do my motherfucking job. Last time you took Davos and you fucked up. So this time I need to slide with you.
Oh God.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah, you need prayer.
And she told you need prayer, not pussy.
Ooh,
that's why.
That's a bar. That's a bar, man. That's a bar. Golly.
And he was just trying to prevent this scene.
Right. So you had this scene started off with Jon and with Sam Tarly, and they basically begging for help. From everybody, including Roose and them. And
so they're going.
Jon was like, "Hey,
conscription letters.
Hey, you never mind." So he was like, fuck Roose and them. That nigga killed my brother. And Sam's like, bitch, you want help or not? You want supplies? We can't be all choice. Beggars can't be choosy, bro. You need to take whatever you can get. And he signed that goddamn letter. So then she show up. Cersei, won't you walk us through her interaction with Jon Snow?
So basically, I mean, she's trying to fuck. She's trying to get that king seed inside her, and he insists that he's promised to another. At first, when I first saw this, I thought he was going to, and that's why you gave it to me. Fuck you, Tyrus. At first, I thought he was going to go off of his oath to being a part of the Night's Watch. But oh no, Miss Ygritte done showed up again. He said, my heart is promised to another. And she called out, well, she did.
Damn, that was cold. She put that red box in front of him though.
Yeah,
no DVDs.
She had him cupping the titty. Yeah, he was tempted.
I'm sure he had a flashback or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he thought about putting his nose in it a little tight.
Boy, like them gingers. Like them gingers.
Get his nose a little moist.
She went full lit Cersei on Halloween episode with her titties out. She was like, touch my titties. And he was like, all right, I'm gonna touch your titties.
I can't stand you. I'm just glad I didn't have a nip slip.
The night is dark and full of niggas.
Hey, she fucked him up at the end though. When she walked out, she stopped at the door and she was like, "You know nothing, Jon Snow." Fucked him up.
Yeah.
You reminded me of that scene in Low Down Dirty Shame.
Since you quoting her, let me go on and get some.
That's what it reminded me of the scene with Sally Richardson in Low Down Dirty Shame. Y'all remember that movie?
Yeah.
When she shot Charles Dutton and said, "You stupid motherfucker."
Oh yeah.
Could have had you some pussy.
Could have had some.
Oh
man.
So it's not just
big. She had a handful.
Demaria, you just don't know how cold it is in the north, beyond the wall, dog.
She had a handful. John's hand was little anyway. She had a handful.
Bro, have you ever been to Crafter's Keep? I'm sure that was the best thing. That was the best thing smoking at the wall, dog.
Right.
Come on now.
Gilly was the only other girl.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, Jamila Cooper in the comments said he don't even know that if that necklace come off, them gonna be powder titties.
Woo! The milk's gone bad.
That was hilarious, man.
Hey, you sound like you about to say computer love.
Woo! I am, nigga.
It's the vibration.
So the next scene we got little Shireen, little Grayscale, Princess Grayscale come through. Talk to her daddy.
Princess Grayscale.
Hey, and basically,
that's his mic, y'all. And honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Basically, she was like, you know, Dad, are you ashamed of me? And my hey, Jamila said Carson sounded like he's singing it to a box fan. That's wild. So anyway, so little Grayscale, she asked her daddy was he, ashamed of her, and my boy gave her this long elaborate story. Not once did he say no. But at the end she hugged him, and he almost didn't even hug her back, man. Like I really felt sorry for little Grayscale.
Hey, but didn't he kind of tell her how the story went down of how she got it in the first place?
It was a very touching moment.
Yeah,
he told her how much he loved her.
He just don't like affection.
Yeah.
TK.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
I thought it was
not
just a man that don't know how to be affectionate. Yeah, I mean, we seen the pumps. On that side of the affection.
18 seconds of it. He don't know what to do with emotion.
On that side of affection, and he don't know how to be loving.
Oh God,
that's what I mean. That's how I took it.
But in telling the story, he was telling how much he did love her because he would not stop until he found a cure for her. He had everybody come in there to try whatever to get the Grayscale to stop, and then when it did stop, he was happy that she was still alive. So. This is the most emotional that we have ever seen Stannis be, because he really does love his daughter, and he just doesn't very affectionate, but he does love his daughter. So
I disagree. He don't love her.
Me too.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
He tolerate her.
I'm gonna tell y'all something.
He loves the part of her that is him.
But that's fair.
And that's only for a time. He don't love that little girl.
Well, see, this the thing is I think the significance of this scene is the significance of later on in the story, and it's supposed to make us feel something. Like we're supposed to feel like there is a real connection between him and her.
That's a good point.
I that's what I believe based on what y'all said earlier, and what the intentions of others are with regard to her. So in order for that to actually, I guess, feel compelling. I mean, like maybe we have a affinity for her because she's a sweet person in the story, but I think it makes decisions that are made at some point during this story and during this season or whenever it happens, more significant or feel more significant. I don't know if they actually are based on how people truly feel, but it does feel that way based on the experience that was shared right here to me. Because I did feel like he loved her, and he did talk about the doll that was made, and that being what it seemed like he said that's what gave her the grayscale. Like the doll that they put in her. Like, so was the person intending to give the girl grayscale by making the doll, or was that just by happenstance? I missed that detail.
I mean, they
that's
really
not very clear,
right?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But I like to go with the idea that somebody actually did it on purpose because that fits the craziness of all that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm gonna give it to her. And then when he carrying his baby, everybody in the house get it. I was trying to assassinate you, like on some sneaky shit.
Probably Cersei.
That sounds like some Cersei shit. All right, my bad. I ain't mean to take this off.
So from one ain't shit nigga to another one, we got Peter Baelish, Littlefinger.
With these transitions.
And he rolls up on Sansa that she's beneath the crypts, talking to her people and shit, lighting candles and burning sage and all this other shit. Glad to be back home. And basically he's just coming to tell he about to slide the fuck up out of that bitch. You on your own. Get it how you live.
You gonna be all right.
And he tells this long-winded, captivating story of Lyanna Stark, and basically he was just running game so he can get the fuck up out of there and go do what he needed to do to ensure he get what he want. But this is just yet another scene where we see Sansa still ain't learned shit. She just, she's easily manipulated, and he was doing a genius job of playing with her head.
Yeah, Cherry ain't been.
We got Thomas Gaines in the comment. He said, "Do you think Littlefinger knew the real story about Lyanna and Rhaegar?"
I question that too because of the way he looked after she said what she said.
I think every fucking body knew except for the niggas in the north.
Really? I felt like if anybody would know, it might be Littlefinger.
Right.
Because when she said something to the effect of, well, he's still kidnapped and raped the Littlefinger, like
you sure about that?
Not so much, bitch.
Right. Yeah. Right. He definitely side-eyed her and said, well, let's go somewhere else where we could talk where there ain't no dead folks.
Right.
Littlefinger creepy, man. Like he really, really creepy.
He be on some weird shit.
And
that nigga stay on.
Yeah, and I mean, like, but you can also see, like, you can really see the manipulation. Like, he uses the same manipulation tactics on Sansa that he uses on the women who work in his brothel when he talks to her, even about
on his dead wife.
Yeah, like he uses the same tactics on all of them. And you can, like, if you're like watching it, like if you're listening to it, you see it in the way that almost the same way that he would tell one of the women to go in and, be one of the dudes or whatever. Like, that's the same way he was talking to her as she was preparing to go be with Ramsay and survive being in in the north with the Boltons while he's gone. So like I don't know. I was intrigued by that.
Let me say this about Littlefinger. You know, so how old is Sansa? 12, 13, 14, somewhere up in there? You know,
she's probably about 16 now.
He takes every opportunity he can to kiss her. And it makes me realize he definitely would have had a room on Epstein Island.
I mean, he's a creep, dog. He's a creep.
Professional creep.
Real
like
creep.
I just, you know, like he would be on at least 4 episodes of To Catch a Predator. You know what I'm saying?
Him and Chris Hansen would have.
Yeah, like
he would have seen Chris in multiple states.
Right. Like, go ahead, sit down, bro. We know what it is.
Right.
He wild as fuck. Goddamn.
Yeah.
But you know what? That brings you to another question, and I'll have to rely on Balerion for the book, because we know Littlefinger never looked at the girls in the brothel. Was it because he only wanted little girls?
That wasn't no. It was never an inclination of that in the book. Nah,
it wasn't. Okay.
I think it's the highborn thing more than I think it's the status.
He just
and the status and
it's nasty.
The status and the vicariousness of it. I don't. Is that a word? Vicariousness.
If you can't,
if it's not, I'm sure you niggas understood what I was talking about when I said it. So if it ain't a word,
we knew what you were saying when you said series, so we know what you mean with vicarious.
By proxy, he can't get Catelyn, so he getting the closest thing to it.
And next best thing, right?
Yeah, like so.
He's young and immature and inexperienced, and he knows he can use that.
Yeah.
Right. So all of those, like, for so many reasons that for him to target her in the way that he is clearly targeting her, it makes sense, even if it's weird and creepy, because it is all those things.
So Candace said Littlefinger ran the brothel for money. He didn't touch his product. Now, I don't know which rule of the 10 crack commandments he's following, but the rule where you don't get high on your own
supply. Yeah.
I was about to say, why don't we ask the pimp?
I mean, that's one way he said that. He said it. Never get high on your own supply. I don't know. I think that's
It's Galatians 18.
The birch.
Mm-hmm.
Not niggalation.
Anything that gets him closer to power is. But there were some interesting things that were said here, including I think there was some foreshadowing here in him saying what was going to happen with some of the things. I don't know if y'all remember.
When he said something about Stannis.
Yeah, he did say that.
He also said something about control Ramsay. I laughed my ass off. Like, and that was the first time I saw it. Like, we already saw this nigga.
But he don't know that.
Be like the little boy and be like, bullshit.
Yeah. Bullshit.
Yeah, but
he also mentioned something.
I think in this moment though, he genuinely didn't know that shit.
Yeah, I don't think he knew to what extent. I mean,
yeah, niggas don't know Ramsay.
Ramsay's
a master. So niggas don't know Ramsay like that.
Yeah, his reputation hadn't preceded him yet. But he also mentioned something about Stannis Baratheon showing up. I don't know if y'all remember him saying that to her.
Yeah.
Which I thought all of this shit was significant. And all of the conversation, I felt like it was foreshadowing, but just that's the end of that chapter.
So after we leave with our Baelish and Sansa, we on the beach in Dorne.
I just realized what you said, dog.
Damn.
I mean, that's who the nigga is, man. Fucking
He
Robert Baelish.
Yeah.
You know, shit. That's who he is. So we find ourselves again off the coast of Dorne, and Bronn told this fool when they was on the boat, he was like, "Hey, you know, are you sure you can trust these niggas?" And he even said it again here. And you know, one thing about Lannisters, man, they think gold is just the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like they think
only
the name
people want to hear.
Yeah, like they think their name, their influence, and gold outweighs everything. And you know, Bronn being who he is, he like, you know, nigga, I done been through this type of shit. They don't give a fuck about you. You know how many people hate the Lannister name? Is what he told him. And like clockwork, they got rolled up on by a bunch of niggas ready for that action.
Wait, before we go to the next part of that, it was one question that he asked that I thought was very poignant when he says, when they're having that whole conversation about how they like to die, and Jaime says, "In the arms of the woman I love," and Bronn says, "Does she want the same thing?" I was like, ooh, damn, because Cersei is cold. And he knew he was talking.
Right.
Was he talking about Cersei, or was he talking about somebody else after he passed the Sapphire Isles?
Nah, he talking about Cersei.
That's
He's talking about Cersei.
Hell no. Everything that nigga do is for Cersei.
Nah.
That nigga ain't think about bringing a big ass.
Okay. Okay. Think what you want.
I just don't see. Listen, man. Hey, that man would go. Listen, Queen Mother. So just think about it like this, right? Like he kidnapped. He was, you know, held captive, had his hand chopped off, and out of all that shit, all he could think about was getting back to Cersei. Like he ain't That's who he loved. He may like, you know, Brienne and all of that, but that nigga loves Cersei. You know, like you love white liquor, he loves Cersei. Strong forever.
No, like I love my knives.
So, as I said, they got rolled up on, and Bronn was like, hey, how many you think you can handle? That nigga was like, one if he's slow enough.
That nigga was counting like he was playing spades. A possible. I got a possible.
Fact. That's all I got.
Yeah, the king of club.
Nigga, we going board.
Bad ass king of clubs, dog.
Bad ass case.
So they mixing it up. You know, they
shame.
getting it in. And you know, Bronn cooking. Like he came out the gate taking niggas out, you know, and he knocked the dude off the horse, and he was like, all right, that one might be slow enough for you.
That's you, my boy.
And Jaime still got whooped like Batman. Still getting whooped.
First Batman slander.
Yeah, only thing saying him was that gold hand. and dude, when dude swung and he caught the blade in his hand, even dude was like, "What the fuck?" Like that's the only thing that saved him.
Yeah.
So,
and then
after we
Ron said, "You must have had a wonderful teacher."
Right.
Bronn's asshole.
Said that's a cold ass move, dog.
Hey, but you know, but we'll so far, Bronn is like one of my favorite characters of the whole show. And you know, he probably one of the biggest winners at the end, if you ask me. But we'll get to that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Way on down the line.
He's the king of the come up.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So we again, you know, got these niggas fighting, carrying on. So after we leave here, we go to other side of Dorne, where we got Ilaria and the Sand Snakes. And you know, they basically did what Bronn said they would do. Captain of the ship sold them out, got greedy, and got killed. You know, Emily Shaw said these are the worst accents ever.
Yeah,
but they cold though, man. To me, like they some cold sisters, man. To me.
No,
the potential for them started out well, but the way it wound up, it was like, that's not what it is.
D&D.
Here's a fun fact: your girl in the brown plays on FBI, which is a really good show.
Oh yeah,
yeah. She's a little thicker, but
she's the computer hacker on there.
She is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she is. She's definitely a little thicker.
What? Oh my God, dog. I wish we could have zoomed in. I wish you could have zoomed in on his face when he said it.
I said it like this. That's how I think she was.
Yeah,
but
she said it wasn't. She wanted
so like in this scene, and you know, in the book, this is kind of close to the book as far as like the plan or whatnot. Kind of, you know, with the whole plot of trying to take Marcella. But I think in the book they didn't have plans on killing her, if I'm not mistaken.
They butchered this shit though. They butchered the whole shit.
Oh yeah. But you know, she was. I get her plan, you know what I'm saying, and she was smart in saying that you don't have to, you know, have soldiers to start a war, which is what she was trying to do. But you know, we'll see how it works out a little later. Was there anything else about this scene that struck y'all? Stuck with you? Anybody?
Hell no.
Just when she hit that nigga with that spear, it was a good fatality.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hey, she threw that bitch like Scorpion, did she?
Yeah, she got him.
And the other one had the whip and just got the bucket off his head. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So you got
I know
that. So we all have a weapon.
I bet you love that whip, didn't you?
No, I bet you'll love it.
You probably got one in your bag of tricks.
No, it's hanging on the door.
Oh,
see that?
You be whooping this really early like.
She said, "Welcome to my sex room."
What?
Hey, see, I bet it smelled like mentholatum, mothballs, and tequila.
And what?
Y'all are some sick individuals, dog.
So
I can't.
We got.
Move on, nigga. Move on.
We got Sir Jorah.
This motherfucker. We're back with Jorah the Explorer and Tyrion.
So we back with Jorah the Explorer and Tyrion, and you know, Tyrion Tyrion basically just figured everything out as far as Jorah was concerned within a matter of a couple of minutes, you know. He basically, you know, he observed the shield and all of that shit, and he was like, oh bitch, I know who you are. You Jorah, and you ain't taking me back to Cersei. Your punk ass trying to get in good with Daenerys again because you fucked up. And that's why I'm here. Well, guess what, ho? I was going to see anyway. Now what?
He read the fuck out that nigga.
He said
that nigga like a book.
Oh.
My bad, I had to cut it off. I forgot it went loud.
You're the explorer.
Fred and Esther.
Thank you, Emily.
I swear.
So again, you know, like it wasn't a lot that happened in the scene. Like I said, just Tyrion read him real quick, surmised everything, and like, you know, nigga, you wasted your time kidnapping me. We could have rolled together, bro. We could have took an Uber together.
Oh God.
You went the long way, my boy. Why?
That damn Tyrion smart though.
Yeah, he's smart. He knew where he was. He's smart.
Yeah, he knew exactly like what was going on, when it was going on. Even he was like, you know, I was in a lot of meetings and I was drunk most of the time, but I do remember your whole ass for spying on, you know, on her. I remember that shit, nigga. You wasn't even good at that.
See, your ass got caught, didn't it?
So after we leave the boat, we back in Marine, and we got his Darzola Rack begging and shit. They trying to bring the fighting pits back to Marine, and basically he's like, hey, this is what's gonna bring, you know, help make shit right. The people love this, so on and so forth. And she's like, bro, I don't give a fuck. No, nigga, beat it. And while this is going on, it happened after that.
Somebody's constructing something.
Like, who the fuck building Legos?
I don't know.
That must be Little Cersei making all the goddamn noise.
I don't know who doing what. I just know it was getting lit.
So
Okay.
You got this scene with him. Did she just pop up from under the desk?
I was plugging my laptop in.
Oh, okay.
So, was anything significant about this scene for y'all?
Just
between,
yes.
These two?
Shut up, Carlton.
So the start of the scene is Dany and Sir Barristan talking about her brother and how they used to go out in the streets and sing. And of course, she was just a baby at the time. And then, of course, whatever lies Viserys told her as they were growing up, because he was just a lying motherfucker. But Sir Barristan was telling that he had this wonderful voice and he liked to go out into the streets and sing amongst the people, and they would go because, of course, Sir Barristan was the head of the King's Guard, and sometimes they would give the money to another singer down the street. Sometimes they would give it to an orphanage or something down at Flea Bottom, and sometimes they would take the money and go get drunk at the bar. And so Sir Barristan says, I'm just going to go out and just, because I don't want to go to court. I don't want to hear what, his dog Los Lobos has to say, because he's always jaw-jacking and I'm just full of shit today. So Dario's like, yeah, I can protect her, even from him. And she's like, yeah, I can protect me from him. So yeah, I don't need all of this. And so Sir Barristan's walking down the street chilling, and you get to the one of the open marketplaces, and we see the hooker that got White Rat killed. And then we see the Sons of the Harpy in some underground tunnels and shit. Oh my God. I'm trying to stay focused. So I'm trying not to laugh.
Boy, they is on your ass in them comments, boy.
They said they trying to get their laptop plugged too. That is wild, dog. It is out of sight. Keep going, Queen Mother.
Celeste, what you eat?
So
Celeste over looking like somebody finna shave.
Celeste, what?
Like, ooh, it's getting juicy. It's getting juicy in this motherfucker.
I hate y'all.
Thank you, Queen Mother. I can't stand that.
Oh my God. Okay. So the Unsullied are called to this marketplace that the Sons of the Harpy, they start just slashing and burning everybody. And again, we see that hoe that tricked White Rat. Okay. And so when the Unsullied come near her in the marketplace, she's crying over this dead body, like, oh, they went that way. And then as soon as they go by, she's like, shroop, get this motherfucker off of me. So, because she faking that shit out. So they get caught in a bottleneck. And so then the Harps on both sides of them, and they have to fight their way out. So Grey Worm is in that group. So they're scrapping it out. Sir Barristan hears the bells and finds out where they are. And he gets in there, and they are fighting. And he comes in slicing and dicing with his big sword. And so he gets one side out, and he starts going to the other side. And so then it's just him and Grey Worm are the ones that are left.
Did you say he pulled his big sword out?
It's him and Grey Worm left. And they fight him, and so anyway, Sir Barristan dies in battle, as he and Grey Worm are the last ones alive after this attack by the Sons of the Harpy. And they're in the life of Sir Barristan. Yeah, that was fucked up. I was like,
we gotta give Sir Barristan his props, though.
He could have went out.
I mean, you gotta give him his props. That nigga Sir Barristan went out like a G. That nigga, I'm talking about. I ain't seen nobody go out like that. I ain't seen nobody go out like that since Cleo on Set It Off. That nigga went out like a G, dog.
Okay.
Cigarette in the mouth.
Okay.
Drop top.
Yeah, okay.
Sitting up, dog. Yeah, like,
I agree, man.
So, he didn't die in the book?
No.
Hell no.
No, he's still alive.
And he damn sure ain't died of them bitch ass niggas.
No. Yeah. He was fucking them up, though. I wish he would have. I wanted him to live. I wanted him and Grey Worm to fuck them up.
Them niggas lied, man. Them niggas lied.
Bro, D&D fucked up so much, bro.
Them niggas lied. Them niggas lied, dog.
But it was still good. The show was still great.
Sir Barristan should have lived, but he died because of D&D. They fucked it up for everybody.
Yeah, like, I mean,
yeah.
Do you miss him? Did you miss him after that? Like, did you?
I mean, it's just how he went out, man.
So then,
nigga went out to some niggas in some robes and masks, dog. Robes and masks with knives. He had a sword. Nigga had a sword and niggas had knives.
I mean, but it was about 30 niggas though. They was about 30 deep. Now it was just him. It was him and Grey Worm, 2-man army.
That's how they wrote it.
30 standing on business, dog. Standing on business.
They wrote it. Mm-hmm. Them niggas lied, dog.
I mean, yeah.
He stood on business.
So when Sir Barristan dies, that was definitely, it was definitely a Florida Evans damn moment. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, Danny did need him. Emily said Danny needed him. She needed his counsel.
That's fair. That's a fair point. He definitely was but she wasn't listening to his ass anyway. Sometimes.
True.
but yeah, I'd agree. Mm-hmm.
So and that concludes season 5, episode 4, Sons of the Harpy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was a good little episode. We had Queen Mother Theory. She was wilding and all type of shit going on.
It almost fell perfectly with Halloween. It was the episode with the motherfuckers wearing masks, but it was right after that Halloween episode. Yeah. But it's still pretty cool though. It was a good episode, I think. But it still felt kind of like a transitional episode.
It was a lot of things going on, pieces moving around. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was so much in last week's though. I knew this week's wasn't gonna be like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it's
explosively action packed.
I think what's the next one? Next one is Kill the Boy. I don't remember that one.
Kill the Boy.
Kill the Boy.
Oh yeah.
It's probably gonna be about Tommen, ain't it? It sounds like it's gonna be about. It's not about Tommen. Okay.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Oh.
Jon Snow.
Okay.
Jon Snow. Kill the boy and let the man be born.
Yeah.
Thank you, Letitia, for the stars.
There was no Arya in this episode.
No.
No house
of black and white. She's too busy doing the body and sweeping the floors.
Nope.
Right.
No Bran. We haven't even seen Bran yet this season.
No, he's too busy messing up Hodor's back.
We ain't seen Bran yet, huh?
No, that nigga was downloading.
No.
Well, he still uploading when he was uploading last time we saw him.
He's in the tree somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in the tree.
Hey, so who you said we ain't seen Arya yet? Somebody said she rehearsed her 20 questions.
Oh shit! Hey, listen, that's a classic scene, man. That
21
was good shit.
21,
bruh. That was just pure magic in a bottle, dog. Like
ever.
It was lightning in a bottle. You don't get that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was great. Iconic Queen Mother. That was iconic. And then when she hit the blunt right after, like shit, fuck y'all. Bro, that scene like that, like somebody said you gotta look at everybody like you gotta watch it multiple times and look at everybody's faces at each point, dog. That shit really was hilarious. It was.
Hey, she said that shit with her chest too. She gonna never be. She always asking questions, asking 20 questions like 50 Cent.
And you said 21 just so nonchalant.
And then your ass put your hand in front of your face, and that's when I knew it was about to go downhill. I was trying to play it cool. I was just.
It was good. I knew it wasn't over.
It was all downhill from there. I just was keeping my cool, dog. Like, 20 questions.
I'm surprised she hit me with that. Read a motherfucking book. Read a book, motherfucker.
Read a book.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Y'all are a mess.
Damn, all right, Joe.
But yeah, it was hey man, this is a this is a good episode. It was quick. I think it was only the runtime was on like 40 something minutes, 46, something like that. It wasn't that long.
Yeah.
I'm next. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, y'all, we gonna tell y'all right now, the weekend of Thanksgiving, we won't be on. Just to let y'all know. Nobody's gonna be here. Everybody's celebrate with family, and although we are family, we talking about other family.
Family. Not like the kind that the Lannisters have though.
Nah.
Nah.
And I plan on being in the house away from my family, to be honest.
Listen, somebody asked the other day when we dropped the scores off in the group for the Apple Podcast. I think we got a 4.9 out of 5 stars on there. Somebody was like, "Who the fuck gave us the 1 star?" And the person who gave us the 1 star that time gave us 1 star because we have to take breaks sometimes. And they was like, "I want these motherfuckers on every week." like so they gave us 1 star because they liked us so much that they are angry when we're not on. I'm like, that's some fucked up shit.
But you couldn't give us 5 stars and say that in the comments, though.
Talk about maybe I'll change it later. You can't change it, motherfucker.
I guarantee you that motherfucker don't watch every week.
Oh, I'm talking about that was some bullshit. And if you listen, you motherfucker. Oh, but no, that shit was. But yeah, we enjoyed this, yo.
Hey, you know what? I actually did find who did it, like because it leaves their screen name and they had the same exact name on IG, I believe it was, or Twitter. And I almost went on like, "You sorry, you raggedy bitch."
Right.
I almost hit with that.
But
with no imagination, couldn't even change your screen name, nigga.
Oh, this episode would have pissed them the fuck off 10 minutes in. Nigga, we was still drinking. They would have been pissed. These motherfuckers didn't start talking about the Sons of the Harpy until 11 minutes and 3 seconds into the episode. Oh shit. We have a good time, man. Like, this is fun for us. We enjoy doing this with y'all and the group. That's been a welcome addition. Like,
yes,
y'all are great in there. It's good to get to know y'all like on a deeper level. So it's really, really cool.
Shout out to our Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
her name is Renisha.
Angela.
Her name in the
Renisha. Yeah, Angela. That's my homegirl, man. We went to different schools, but same class. Been knowing her for years, man, and it was beautiful to see her do her thing on Hell's Kitchen. So congratulations to you, Angela.
Yes,
that's right. You was getting your shine on, so we were proud of you. And if y'all aren't in the group, we are on Facebook. Watch Them Thrones. So y'all should add us if you haven't already and participate. Don't be shy in there because it ain't nothing but some fools up in there cutting up just like we do on here. So
we'll run up, get done up as well.
Oh yeah.
But it's crazy because it's only 9:30. Is it always 9:30 when we?
It's 10:30.
Oh, because the time change.
You're central.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's
9:30 when I'm it. So.
Well, hey, if that house phone rings,
really?
Appreciate you, Mace. I don't know how. I think I said that right.
It don't even matter.
You know I be fucking shit up, dog. That's what I do. You know.
Yeah,
welcome to the Jakeem Her Girl Club. Jakeem Her Girl.
Yeah.
Welcome to the clique, dog. Welcome to the clique.
Happy birthday to Callie. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Oh yeah.
Be bad as hell.
Man.
Why?
I'm tired.
She's the baby of the podcast.
She's so
bad as hell.
Growing up.
She's so fucking.
She came on the scene during House of the Dragon.
How do I leave this motherfucker?
Hey, peace, Carlton. Hey. On that note, man, I think it is time for us to.
Oh yeah. So before we get out of here again, we won't be here for Thanksgiving weekend. And for those of you who hadn't done it already, please go subscribe and follow us on all your favorite podcast platforms and leave us some 5-star reviews. All right.
Yeah. And follow us on YouTube. If all 50 of y'all follow us on YouTube already and subscribed on Black with No Chaser TV, dope. But if you haven't, then we would love to have 52 more subscribers by the end of this podcast. You know?
Right.
So pull up on us.
So the last thing I want to say is whatever. On Hulu, if you're not watching it, the first 3 episodes of Black Cake is out.
It's
so that's
good.
gonna be some serious.
That does look good.
Yes,
Good.
good.
Very good.
Okay.
The first
I'm about to go try to
episode of Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix.
Oh, that shit good.
Shut up.
I've been watching that. I've been watching that shit.
We'll get into it.
And for those who want to see something of my youth, TK, the Gilded Age just started its 2nd season. And you want to see some Black characters in Victorian New York. So that is an excellent show that has Sally Whitfield Richardson as one of the executive producers and directing episodes.
I like when you add them scoops in. It's one more show that I like that's on NBC right now, actually. It's the show about the missing. Is that what it's called?
Found the Irrational.
Found.
Found.
I like that. Found. Yeah.
Also, if you are into westerns, on you got Baz Reeves Lawman.
Yeah.
On God, what is it on now?
Is it Paramount Plus?
Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of these places should be really hollering at us, by the way. Y'all should be telling them like
find it other places.
Y'all need to fuck with the crew. The crew will get y'all show right. But I'm just saying.
So yeah, with that being said, hey, as always, we do appreciate y'all for rocking with us, tuning in. And we'll see you guys next week.
How do you leave this motherfucker? Peace.